Remember searching singlemuslim.com proudly sponsors Single Muslim Live.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Single Muslim Live here on British Muslim TV, sponsored by singlemuslim.com. I'm Fahima Mohammed, your host, as well as your relationship coach. A very, very warm welcome from all of us here on British Muslim TV to all of you wherever you are streaming, whether it's on Sky Channel 752, Facebook or Twitter. I am really excited for another episode. I would love to have you join in the conversation as we do invite people to speak live in the studio, where you can call us on 01924231083. Please ask the bill payer's permission, as standard network rates do apply. However, if you want to WhatsApp us for free or anonymously, you are most welcome to do so. And that number is 07585835150. I also want to say a happy Eid Mubarak to everybody that has just celebrated, and inshallah you had a blessed Ramadan. It's the first show that we are starting, with the usual time of 9:30. I hope that you are all there to support us as you are usually doing so each week, and I want to thank you for all your comments and queries and support so far. We do have another guest tonight who is streaming all the way from Las Vegas, Nevada. And we have with us, an amazing guest who is also a life coach, and her name is Sahar Shaba. Marhaba, how are you?
Marhaba, I'm good. How are you, Fahima?
Very, very well. I am so excited to have you with us today, streaming all the way from Nevada. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you to have me here today. I'm so excited to talking about relationship and all the points about this part, and really, really happy. First of all, let me say happy Eid for everybody. Eid Fitr Mubarak. وكل عام وانتم بخير. I say it in Arabic. So hopefully you're gonna have joy and happiness in this Eid.
Of course. Thank you so much. I appreciate that very much. So you are a life coach, and I know that you are very, very into the whole idea of love and setting goals. Before we go on to the topic today, tell me, who is Sahar and how did you become a life coach, and a little bit of your story, because we'd love to get to know you personally tonight.
Thank you for this opportunity, first of all. My name is Sahar Shaba. I became life coach like a few years ago. Let me tell you some a short story about me. So I'm from Iraq. So now I live in United States, Las Vegas, Nevada. I have let's say it's like a mission until I became as a life coach. So first of all, when you're coming in to ask yourself who I am, so that's the question. Put you on, ask too many questions after that. Really, who I am. So why I'm here, what I'm doing, why should I do something I became something I want. So when you ask all this question, you put yourself in a right way to reach it whatever you want. So my story is really short. I'm a woman working a lot. So I used to work too many hours a day. So let's say average my hours was 12 hours a day. So when I'm asking myself what I'm doing, so average 12 hours a day, and most of times 7 days a week. So where I am, where's Sahar? what I need from Sahar here in Earth. So one day I'm thinking about how to change my life, or how to change my situation or my future. So I thinking to get this way was to change my life and change how I reach my thing easier. So I think about life coach.
Amazing.
And I study life coach a few months. Now, I'm as a life coach here about this one after I ask a right question to myself.
Beautiful. I love that story. I've heard and I do resonate a lot because I feel that a lot of people are kind of, lost in this world, trying to figure out their identity, or if they're not quite happy in the situation they're in. And obviously, when we are looking for a relationship, we do question ourselves, especially when it doesn't happen. So a lot of us learn from the media that a relationship is all about just love. And if you have love, that is it in a relationship. Now, there is a lot of controversy around that because love is not everything, but you say love is all. Can you describe and define to me why is it that you say love is all?
Okay, next question. So tell me, what we going to find it out in this world? What you find, what you want from this world? Like why you are here? What you looking for? You're looking for feeling, right? You want to feel good, and you want to feel joy and happiness, right? All that is coming from love. So when we said love is all, that's mean Allah, God, when He create us, or universe, whatever you want to say about it. So He give us a mission to make it here. First mission, it's love. So you cannot do nothing without the love. But which love I mean? So it's not, and I mean like the love everybody thinking about it. So Fahima, let me ask you a question now. What love mean for you?
I really love that question, and I'm glad you've asked that question. I guess it can be answered in many ways. And for me, I guess love is encompassing knowledge of the self. And obviously, like you said, your creator. So for me, it's about being open and allowing the space, not just for somebody else to give me love, but for me to sort of have love for myself. And I think there's different stages where we look at love differently. Even at the beginning, it's a high. And maybe over years, it changes. And then also, I think in relationships, like you said, love is not just defined in one way. It definitely can be looked upon in many ways. And I think the way you described it is very healthy. And I think we do need to change that. And I do agree with you. But I think that, obviously I'm going to ask you these questions because a lot of people say, well, it's not important or it's everything, right? I think it is definitely an essential part. It's an essential component for a relationship. But it is something which we cannot think of blindly. Now, in order to define love, we have to define it where there's a difference between lust and there's a difference between real love, where you actually love that person for them to be happy with or without you. There's the difference, right? So for me, I can never just answer that question very easily because I think there's so many different angles to look towards. Now, when someone is entering into a relationship, do you think that love needs to exist at the very beginning, or can it grow over time? And if it doesn't exist, what is it that we look in a relationship if there isn't love to begin with? Because a lot of us, especially in our communities, we don't spend enough time to fall in love with somebody all the time. We just enter into a marriage because that's what we are brought up to find a spouse to connect with. Now, that connection can be love, or it can be a transaction where you two are compatible, you just meet and you have the same values. How would you, guide somebody who is looking for a relationship? Do you think that love can exist at the very beginning?
Okay, first of all, let me say thank you for that wonderful answer for what love meaning for you. I want to say the love start from inside us to outside. That's mean what? That's mean when we born with the love without any beliefs from the human, from the culture. So we born from like pure love from the God, correct? So after that, when we have beliefs from our culture or all people around us that make love going different way, and we cannot call it love. We cannot call that feeling is not love. That feeling, you can say like, oh, I like these people. You can say that. Oh, I like the way they talking. You can say that. Or if we go into like up level for the people, is not the level up for normal love. It's under, it's really above. Really in the bottom, not in the above. So that love is what they call it. For people, they call it love. But for the pure love, call it, it's attached in other people. That's mean I cannot live without him. No, that's not love. No.
I'm so happy you said that. I'm so happy you said that, because we have that real problem in relationships where people get confused with love and attachment. And I think the way you describe that is so important. And I think what you said at the very beginning is also essential for us to understand love for ourselves on our own. And what does that mean? And we need to reach different levels as a human in order to get the love, which is not about liking and loving someone else. And also it's not about anyone else. So I absolutely love what you say, because this is what we need on the show, for people to understand relationship and the word love. And I think how you described it was absolutely brilliant. And the point about love and attachment, a lot of us, we are, as humans, we get used to somebody, or we have these chemicals that, get sort of like, compounded when we meet someone. And then all of a sudden, that's it, we can't let go. Now, what do you do? What do you do when somebody is attached and they feel that it's love and they can't get away from that person? And we find there's a lot of toxic relationships, or people are accepting relationships just because they're used to somebody and they think, well, I don't want to be by myself. What does that say about the individual? How would you help that person to, find themselves with love within first and then have an actual relationship?
Okay, thank you. So the difference in between, thus we know now what difference between love and attachment. And I want to tell you, it's like a really, let me tell you that it's a scary thing a little bit. So 95 to 99% of relationships in this world, they not love. They need it. That's the difference. How we live with love or we live with needs. So your question said how I help people to know themselves and to they know they are in attachment relationship. It is.
Well, so Sahar, you have basically said something very important. And I think I'm going to leave it there for a moment for people to ponder as we go into our first break, because when we do come back, Sahar is going to answer that question, which I think is so important, and I don't want to cut her off. So before she starts answering that, make sure you stay tuned to listen to this, because this is really, really important for relationships. What she has raised and what she has said is that most of us are attached and not in love. And I think we're going to come back to that in a few moments. Please stay with me. Do not go away, and I will see you shortly. Take care. Bye-bye.
With 3 million members searching, SingleMuslim.com proudly sponsors Single Muslim Live.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Single Muslim Live here on British Muslim TV, sponsored by SingleMuslim.com. I'm here with the gorgeous, beautiful, very, very experienced and professional guest, Sahar, and she is streaming all the way from Las Vegas. I'm so happy to have you. And I really thoroughly enjoyed the first part of the conversation, which I think was absolutely essential for people who are struggling with relationships, because this is what it's about. We need someone like you with your expertise to explain this. What we discussed before was about love, defining it, and how it's so important to love yourself and be sort of having that understanding that love is not what you see in the movies. It's not what you sort of define, just like, oh, it's about loving someone else. And then we got on to a lot of the times relationships about attachment instead of love. Now, would you elaborate a little bit more on that difference and how we can get ourselves away from it? Or even sometimes we don't even know if we are in love or if we're attached. How do you know the difference?
Okay, thank you, Fahima. But it's different when you feel the first time. First feeling, we called is from intuition. That's mean from your heart. That's mean is from the gut. That's the difference, the first difference. The second one, when you have good relationship with yourself, always you're gonna know the right way. Always you're gonna know the difference between love or attachment. So the people or the person, when he really love himself and really he know like how he treated himself or himself, how the way you treat yourself, never ever you're not gonna put yourself in attachment relationship. Always
Wow.
you're gonna looking at the love relationship. So the first of all, when you always live your moment, that whatever moment you have now, you live it. So that's mean you know yourself. The second one, it's like relationship with your God, with the God, with your God, with the universe, with whatever you call it. How you know you have good relation with the God? That time you know you're gonna have good relationship with other person, even if partner or your kid or your family, any type of love. It's not gonna be good love there if you don't have love for yourself and love for the God and love the moment. So let's say this is 3 points. It's gonna be the master key for any relationship you have in your life.
Beautiful. I love that. Absolutely important. I think it's so important, just to summarize what you said, that, how you treat yourself. And I think a lot of the times we accept bad relationships or we enter into relationships that is toxic because we don't have the boundaries. We don't think we deserve to be treated better. And I think that is so, so essential. And I find that also dealing with a lot of clients and people that come on the show or, send us messages, this is so fundamental that they understand that they do deserve better, not just because, it's important to have a relationship, but it's important to have a healthy relationship. And that starts with you treating yourself first. And people can't treat you well if you're not treating yourself well, and you allow sometimes other people to continue. You may get into it not realizing, but you continue having that relationship when you do not have a boundary. I think that is so important. And your relationship with your creator, a higher level of being, like you described, is you being at a different level and stage as a human being. I think that is also essential. Do you think that people that have good relationships with their friends, with their families, I know we can't be perfect with everyone, and I know we do have, some sort of, discomfort and sort of relationships, which is not that great because we don't grow up loving everybody. But do you think that is an indicator to having a good relationship with a spouse is when you have a good relationship with family members? What's your thoughts on that?
Okay. I like what you said. We cannot love everybody. So I agree with that. And so we cannot love or we cannot accept them. So it's different. Should we love everybody around us? Because we all human in this earth. So let's put it in this way. Make it circles in your life. What means circles? So me in the middle of circles. Okay. The first one is gonna be you get a choice which people you put the first circle.
Right.
So let's say if you are in a relationship, let's say your partner, And if maybe you have kids, let's say your kids, and your family, mom and dad, your brothers and sisters. It's up to you. Sometimes the first circle, it's coming friend. So depends what you choose and put in this first circle. So here, if you have a good relationship with all those that give you approve, you going in the right way to relationship with your life and wherever in this world. Even your car, you gotta be maybe a smile on that, your car, your job, your hair, whatever, okay? So that give you approve to relationship between you and your God and yourself and the first circle.
Beautiful.
We're going now a little bit high, not higher, far, a little bit far, okay? A second circle. So you're gonna choose the people to put it there again. Maybe your cousins, maybe your another friends. So the relationship between you in the middle and second circle, you will see if that's love or you whatever. Okay, I'm gonna call them again later on. If you put yourself in this situation, like it's okay. I don't want to say, I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to make contact with them. That's mean you have to take them out of that circle because they take from you energy to you do not know like what I'm doing to my goals though. So if I put energy here, energy there, and they make you to do that, not you like to do that, it's different.
Beautiful.
So that's the circle.
I love that.
Put in yourself.
I think the way you described it is so real. I've never heard that way before, and I love that. I'm going to use it myself next time, actually, and steal your idea. I think when we have different circles and we prioritize the circles and we can also own the fact that certain people do not belong in that circle, I think it's very healthy and it's a good way of setting boundaries. So I love that explanation. Thank you so much for that. The other thing is friendships. Do you think that sometimes we can love our friends more than even our spouse? Because I do find, especially in long-term relationships, we want to spend more time with our friends. I have a lot of complaints about, husbands spending more time outside the house with their friends than with their wives and their children. It's quite common. And for whatever reason. So what do you do about that? Because, women are sometimes, not all the time, but I do hear it a lot where women are struggling to make sure that that husband, that spouse, after many years, is choosing to be at home with the family instead of choosing to be with their friends. And I'm not saying they shouldn't be out, but majority of the time is out. So what do you say to that?
Okay, let's say here he's looking for the space to see himself, to find himself. So the wife or partner now in this situation, should she give him his space? Should she give him his room? Okay, you want to go? Go. If he feel he have to do that or he have to stay at home because he have to do it, he gonna do it temporary, like a few years, maybe a few months. You never know. Depends how he can handle it or how much he can handle it. So when you give him his space and go, you want to go like 2 months? Okay, go 2 months. 3 months? Okay, go. Just take your time. That time he gonna find himself. So here we see where's attachment between attachment and the love. When he loves you, he gonna back to you anyway.
I think what you said is so important, Sahar, but we are going to pick that up after the break because I know so many women are so scared to let their husbands loose, shall I say. They're so scared that if they're going to go, they're never going to come back. And that's why they hold on to them so tight and they have so many restrictions. And it also works the other way where men do the same for some women as well. So it's not just, women doing it for men, but this is what I hear. I think it's so important that we raise this issue because I think that, marriage is not a trap. it shouldn't be a trap. It shouldn't be somewhere where you feel that, okay, you've been with your parents and you had these rules, and now you're in a marriage and it's even worse. I understand that, we have to consider the other person, and marriage just does change the dynamics as well. But at the same time, people lose their identity. And again, they are scared of their spouses by, not having that freedom, shall we say. Now, this is very interesting and it's very hot. So I want to continue with this conversation, but we are coming into a very short break. Please, again, stay exactly where you are, because we are going to have much more interesting conversations with Sahar. I'm going to get her opinion about this. And inshallah, if you want to call in, make sure you do in a few moments, where we'll be continuing our conversation. See you soon.
With 3 million members searching, SingleMuslim.com proudly sponsors Single Muslim Live.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Single Muslim Live here on British Muslim TV, sponsored by SingleMuslim.com. I am absolutely blown away by all the answers right now that I am having here with Sahar. And this is such an interesting conversation. And we are highlighting real situations and scenarios. Yes, I'm generalizing, but unfortunately, these are real case studies. And as we were talking about, before the break, how men and women feel trapped in their marriages, especially when it's long term, and how they're so scared of letting go of that wife or that husband in case they're going to lose them. Now, Sahar, what was your thoughts, especially what we discussed in the break, of how some people are in their marriages where they hold on to them so tightly, afraid they're going to lose them?
Mm-hmm. Okay, what we were saying, so most of my clients, let's say the truth, okay? Most of my clients, they are girls, right? So the first thing they have a problem is how I keep my partner. Why you keep it? He's not for keep. He's a human. He has to live his life. So most girls, that's what they wanted. Okay, now I show Fahima like on break. That's bottles here. They open the lid here, put the partner there, or like her lover, whatever. Okay, partner. She put him here and put the lids down again. And I'm gonna put you here. When I need you, I'm gonna take you. Oh, we have party. Let's go. She took him to party. They go together to party and have fun. Okay, baby, we're gonna bed here when they bed home. So you treat him as a bottle of butter, or as your makeup, or as what? Should you treat your partner as a human? That means he has a freedom. That means he has his life. That means he has his time. That means he has to enjoy his time by himself or with other people. If you're afraid, if he going out from the bottle and he gonna cheat on you, trust me, he gonna cheat on you inside the bottle too, because you're afraid about the part. So
I love that. I love that. It's so true. It is so true what you're saying. I hear it all the time. They think they can have them on tracker. They can, make sure that they know exactly where their partners are going so that, they will not cheat on them. They will not lie to them. Even if they're going out with their friends, this is what happens all the time. And, when you say freedom, I think a lot of people are afraid to say that I am actually free in my relationship, because a lot of the times most men and women, they don't feel free in their relationships, and it's really unhealthy for both people and even for your mental state. And relationships is not meant to be like that. But let's also define, what does freedom mean? It doesn't mean that you're not considering your partner. Now you have to be at a level of a certain human being to be able to feel trusting and to trust someone else. How do you reach that goal of feeling secure? I guess it's about feeling secure in a relationship, right? How do you get to that security where you can have love and freedom and be with somebody and still hold on to that, as well as give them that sort of space that you're talking about? How do you reach that goal, and what comes in the way from not getting that goal?
It's most of women or girls, they think it's like hard to keep a partner with them, or hard to make the partner loyal to them. It's like, if you heard now, most of girls, they said, oh, whatever you are beautiful with, whatever you have, so he gonna cheat on you. Oh, you believe in that? Okay, you're gonna get that.
Yeah.
You get what you believe, right?
Yeah.
Easy. Change your beliefs is going to be change everything around you. Love yourself. Like, okay, like if let's say that, okay, let's say that here. Oh, okay, it's important point here. When I say that, I must say that no responsibility about the man, he doing something wrong. No, I didn't say nothing wrong with man, no, but I talking about the female when she is in relationship. Okay, when the man in a relationship, we have different story or different points to discuss about it. Okay, so back to female. When you love yourself, the way you love yourself, same way your partner love you. If you're loyal to yourself, if you're loyal to yourself, your partner can be loyal for you. So how? What you mean? I never cheat myself. No, you cheated yourself. No, you cheated yourself. Let me remind you. How many times you have opportunity to become different person or better person, but you was lazy to take that opportunity? I have no mood to do that. No, I don't want it. I don't want to do that. Somebody coming to you to tell you, oh, let's buy this course. Maybe it's like good for us to, like, let's say for knowledge, for more information. No, I'm not gonna put my money there. That's mean what? That's mean you cheat on yourself because you didn't give it yourself something good to go into another version from you. It's better version from you. So why another person he not gonna cheat on you if you not see yourself that much deserve the good thing?
Wow.
So
Powerful.
it's all in your hands. It's all in your hand. Whatever you want from your partner, do it to yourself.
That's really powerful what you've just said. I think that we do have a lot more control and focus if we actually know how. But do you think to a certain extent, especially living in the West, that our environment and some of our friendships that are even not good for us can impact in a relationship in a negative way? So if, for example, you're out a lot and you are there where there are people available, and nowadays people don't care if you're married or not, they will still hit on you, they will still try it with you. And, you know, obviously it takes a certain person to say no so many times, and depending on that stage that they're at. So do you not think environment impacts? And secondly, your group of friends, because certain friends can actually say, well, it's not my fault that, you know, your partner cheated on you. I didn't encourage him. I told him not to, yet I was the one that helped him do it. And I found him that hotel. I gave him that space to go out and, you know, cheat on me, on his wife or whatever it is, because that's a loyal friend as well. The one that helps their brother, so-called brother, because nowadays friendships are brothers, right? That they can help them. Even women say, well, you can't blame him. You can't blame his friend for covering up for him. So what kind of a friend is that who actually helps their so-called friend, partner, brother, whatever, to cheat on their wives or vice versa and cover up for them? So do you not think that even as good as we can be as humans, when we have bad friendships, when we have bad environments, that can also disturb and shake a person? What's your thoughts on that, Sahar?
Okay, we get back to the circles. We say it now, right? We get back to circles now. So if you know your people in your circles, it does never happen to you. If you believe in, you are like responsible about whatever happened to your life. If you believe in this part, everything is gonna happen, you're gonna fix it. Even the cheating on you or cheating on the person, that's if she said, it's my fault, that's time, she gonna fix it. If it's not same person with her, if like she got divorced, whatever happened, everybody going to different way, okay? With another person, she can fix it. Whatever inside her is not gonna happen to her. So the people, the friends helping for cheating, so she chose the friend in her life. She chose them. If she not choose them by, oh, Mohammed, I want to be my friend. Oh, Santa, I want to be my friend. Okay? No, it's not like that. It's by feeling how you choose the people in your life. All those people in your life, in your world, let's say that, they are coming from your feeling. When you believe this point, that time you know whatever happened, it's coming from this point. Okay, let me fix it. And after that, it's not going to happen nothing to me like that. Here, I must say, it's like it's no problem in this life. We have no issues in this life. No, no, no. We do have a problem and we do have issues, but we can deal with those issues and problems in good way. If the way it's coming in good for me and for my life, support my life. Because I believe in myself, I believe in God, I believe in the pure love, not the different love. It's coming from my heart, not from my needs. Let's say my body needs. Let's say my eyes need. Let's say my whatever I write it down of my partner gonna be. So if that love coming from the higher self, so never ever you're gonna have in your life like this friend to support your partner to cheat on you.
I love that. I think, again, you've highlighted how important it is that we as individuals have control and power, and how much we have to grow as individuals to certain levels so that your environment, your friendships, your anything around you has no real impact unless you call for it yourself. And I think that's really, it's really enlightening to hear, because a lot of us, we do blame sometimes, oh, it's because, we're living here and it's, it's very difficult for us to say no. And, we have friendships and this, that, and the other, and we give ourselves excuses, or even. So I think what you said again, it's just so true. It's so beautiful. And the way you kind of describe it, it's just easy for us to understand that, again, we have to take sole responsibility for what happens in our lives. And also what happens is really through our own mind. It's through our own thoughts. It's through our own manifestations. So, and also law of attraction, all of this comes into it. It's so important. I know Sahar is so into self-development as well. She's an amazing coach, as you can hear her speak tonight. And we are coming onto another break, which is in a few moments. But again, if you want to send in your messages, if you want to have any sort of comments or queries about what we're speaking about, I really would appreciate you calling in or sending it through. I've got a few on Facebook already, and I really will read them out after the break. But again, I just want to say that it's really important that, you show us your support, and we are here to appreciate, acknowledge it, and raise the topics and issues that you feel that you want to listen and hear. And that's why we have guests every week, so that we can actually address your issues and challenges. And again, really appreciate all the support. Stay with me, don't go anywhere, and we will be back shortly after a short break. See you soon.
With 3 million members searching, SingleMuslim.com proudly sponsors Single Muslim Live.
Assalamu alaikum, and welcome back to Single Muslim Live here on British Muslim TV, sponsored by SingleMuslim.com. We are on the final part of the episode, and I want to make sure that I get as much out of Sahar as I possibly can. She has been absolutely amazing. I love everything that she said so far. And the main takeaway from me so far is that we have the power. The power is within. And I think that if every individual can just take away from that alone, I think that'll give us so much more scope and hope for better relationships. Now, what happens, Sahar, when there's a long-term relationship and one partner falls out of love and they say there's no connection? I do hear that a lot. And they actually leave that relationship. So do you think that a relationship can continue without love? Or do you think it's a different type of love after years? Do you think they should end a relationship if they don't feel love like what they felt once at the very beginning? You know, how do you sort of deal with something in that sort of situation?
If you have like a client ask you about like how you say it, like long relationship, let's say like years and years, without love, that is not going to be continue this relationship. But let's say something, it's important. When you deal with everything inside your partner, like all his beliefs, and he can deal with all your beliefs. So that's mean here, you make, let's say, your guys' special circle between inside there, only you and him, without everything around you. Like, let's say something in Middle East, let's say that. So we have like a mom, and always she want to know everything about her daughter, what happened in her life, correct? And maybe the other side too, maybe the side of the partner, like the man in this one. So when this girl, she put the, let's say, a red line between her and everybody around her, and he do it exactly same way, put a red line between him and everybody around him. And in this circle, only me and you is gonna be long relationship you can live in this world or in this earth. So the love is everything. The love is all. But with years, it's gonna be, I know everything about you. You know everything about me. We're gonna deal with us all the time. Let's do it. So it's gonna be like that. So respect.
Wow. Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
I love that.
So,
I think it's so true, because a lot of people that really struggle when they are together for years and they don't feel that spark. Do you think that maybe they can create love again after many years? Do you think you can get the same thing back that you had at the very beginning?
always you can create love again and again and again when you believe in yourself, when you love yourself. Always you create a new love for your partner. Some people, they said in Muslim, they can marry like 3 or 4. And some girls, they said, I can't be the 4 for him. She can be 20 for him. You know how? The way she looking at herself when she looking at mirror. If she look at mirror and she loves herself and she said, oh my God, how beautiful you are. Always you're gonna see same beautiful she is, because she say it. She put it in his mind. You know that, always they said, the man, he's the big children, right? The big kids, right? Oh, you heard that before?
Yes.
Yes. He is like that. He is like that.
Mm.
Whenever you give it to him, whatever how you talking to him, just baby him. You're gonna be to him, not for 8, 20. Many people, they believe, the man he looking at. Okay, let him looking at. So what? Why not? If you're looking at the beautiful woman, why not? If you believe in yourself and you know you are enough. So if you're looking at whatever, Miss World, let's say that, you're gonna do like, oh, okay, she's beautiful, right, baby? Yes, she's beautiful. Oh yeah, I see it's beautiful. So the way you treat yourself, he's gonna treat you. So she can create the love with him every day and every month and every year.
But do you not find that with humans, we have jealousy, we have comparison, we have a lot of these kind of unnecessary negative emotions, and it can be both from men and women? How do we stop that when it's a natural emotion that we are feeling as much as we love ourselves? How would you then say, is it just lack of self-esteem? Can we always have that confidence where we don't get affected by, you know, your partner looking elsewhere and then you don't compare yourself? Like, how do you constantly have that confidence and that love where it does not affect you? Because I hear, again, many stories where the woman is absolutely, or the man is really torn by the fact that they don't feel the actual, you know, that sort of like connection that they get all the time. And they feel that if someone's looking the other direction, it automatically feels that, you know, they don't actually have it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me ask you, you can stop jealousy by something. You can stop like 100%. I'm not going to do that. So you can?
Mm-hmm.
We cannot, because we human, right? If we stop feel jealousy, we stop feel saying, oh, why she do this? If we stop doing all those, that means we are angels. But we're not angels. We human. We have to live this part. But you can make it yourself, control this part. How you control it? The way you, let's say that's what I gotta say. It's like you take your energy from where? From where? If you take energy from your partner, so that's you are in attachment relationship, that means always you're not gonna be happy. No, even if your partner gives you all proofs he loves you, but still you said, do you love me? Really, serious. Tell me the truth. Do you love me? So I gotta tell you, yes, I love you, baby. So 10 minutes. You text him. Let's say that you text him. He didn't respond to you. Oh, he cheated on me. You call him, baby, where are you at? He's like, oh, I'm like with my friend. Do you love me? Really? He gotta tell you, yes, I love you. So all proofs he give it to you, you're not gonna be happy, because inside you're not happy, because you take your energy from him, not from the God, not from the universe, not from your higher self, not from inside you. So all that, even if you see her or him one time happy or two time happy in 1 month, even that's not happy. That's fake happiness. All of that.
Yeah, that is so true. I'm glad you said that, because these are real scenarios that you're actually highlighting. That's why I'm so in awe of what you're saying, because I hear these stories all the time. And, you know, it's so important that you highlight it like this, because this is what the show is about. Because at the end of the day, we have real stories and people are struggling. And what we want to do is help people in their relationships. And I think as we started and as we kind of end towards the end now, I feel that the real initial takeaway for me, and I hope that everyone that is listening will understand, that you yourself have so much power and control over what happens in your life. And that also will relay in your relationship. Now, that is really, really fundamental. And I think Sahar has given so many examples to express and explain that. But if anyone wants to get in touch with you, Sahar, how do they get in touch with you? Because you are a brilliant, brilliant coach. And also some final takeaways, because we are coming towards the end of the show. So if there's anyone that's struggling out there to feel love or find love, what would you like to tell them, as well as your personal details?
Okay. It's like only love yourself, first of all. That love yourself and love yourself and again love yourself. It's like master key for you. It's love is all. Okay. So I was very, very, very happy to have me here. You can contact with me in all in Instagram Sahar Shaba, in Twitter Sahar Shaba, in Facebook and YouTube all Sahar Shaba, SAHR Shaba, SHABA.
Amazing. You have been absolutely brilliant, an absolute delight. I am so, so pleased for you to give me your time. And I really want to thank you for being with us today and sharing all your insights. Thank you so much, Sahar. Inshallah, I only wish you well and only much more success. And I really do appreciate your time. Thank you for being with us today. Really, really appreciate it.
Thank you, Fahima. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate having you here. I thank you.
No, absolutely brilliant.
So
thank
nice.
you. No,
thank you.
Absolutely wonderful. I've really thoroughly enjoyed the conversation today. We've highlighted some real scenarios that we do get complaints and challenges that do come to me on the show. I try and address as much as I can, as well as bring this up with the guests that I come in, to invite so that they can talk about these issues, because we want to see you in better homes, better relationships, so that can build and, make our community a lot more healthy. Now, inshallah, I hope you continue staying with us and watching. I want to thank you all for your support and being with us tonight, and especially Sahar, who's been, absolutely delightful today in our episode. And again, we will be back with another guest and topic next week at the same time at 9:30 p.m. Thank you so much for being with us, and we'll see you next week. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.